Alright guys, today we're going to be going over things that you should not tell your recruiter. So number one is that unless you've actually been diagnosed with a sickness or injury from an actual doctor or they put it into a chart, there's no need to bring it up to your recruiter. So unless it's actually a sickness or injury that you feel can negatively impact your chances of getting through basic or tech school, then again, don't bring it up. With any of these tips, I'm not telling you to lie obviously to your recruiter, but it is a matter of thinking before you speak, and there's no need to say something when it doesn't need to be said. I understand that a lot of people like to be an open book, but there's no need to bring up a random story from when you were 8 and you fell off a tree and broke your arm. So just keep it to yourself. Tip number 2 is that you should not tell your recruiter that you want to get to basic training as soon as possible. So when you tell that recruiter that you're basically just trying to get to basic training as soon as possible, they're going to take that as you'll take any job and they're going to give you whatever that comes first, even if you don't like the job, just to get you to sign that dotted line sooner and get you out the door faster. So saying this, you got to understand what the recruiter's job is. Their main job is to sell you on how good the military is, and they're going to try to bring as many people on and sign that dotted line as they can. Tip number 3, if there was ever an instance where you got into some trouble with law enforcement, if there's no actual record showing that, obviously don't bring it up to a recruiter. I'm not going to get into any examples of things that you may have gotten in trouble for, but just to be safe, don't bring it up. Again, I'm not telling you to lie. Obviously, trying to get into the military, they're going to do a background check on you anyway. So if you're trying to lie about something, the recruiter or the military, they're going to find out about it. But again, if there's no record showing it, there's no need to bring it up because obviously that can just create more obstacles for you trying to get into the military. Tip number 4 is don't start getting into arguments with your recruiter just because you don't like a piece of information that they're giving you, or don't start talking bad about them because these recruiters definitely talk in your area. So if one recruiter gets tired of you and says you have to go to another, then the word can definitely get out and start to spread once you do get to another recruiter, and that can just give you a negative rep from the jump. Obviously, it's not a huge deal, but just to make your life easier at the end of the day, don't do it. Tip number 5, there's no need to bring up any negative family mental history. Like if your mom or dad was just crazy out of their mind or a raging alcoholic or something like that. Again, if it's not documented by an actual doctor or put into a chart, then there's no need to bring it up for yourself. Because there's no need to make more obstacles for yourself when there doesn't need to be. I do have to say it one more time because I don't want anybody getting me in trouble, but obviously I'm not telling you to lie to your recruiter, but at the end of the day, think before you speak to these guys or girls, whoever it is. Definitely let me know if you guys like this sit-down style of me directly talking to you, giving you more tips and tricks of the Air Force. Again, appreciate you watching. See you later. Say what's up to the viewers. He says hello.